What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 7 Days to Die. So we just walked ourselves through the tunnel, and we came up on the other side. What we've noticed, actually, during the nighttime, is that zombies kind of jump off the wall, and they grab onto a ladder that I previously had. But one thing that I've also noticing, every time I come over here, there's no zombies whatsoever. It's really weird. All the zombies are gone. There was actually a guy breaking that wall before I even left the base. So I think actually my tunnel underground might be deep enough to actually despawn the zombies. That's kind of awesome. Yet kind of weird. I'm not doing any, I'm not pulling any stunts or anything. I actually just walked over to there. I was actually recording, but it was dropping frames for some odd reason, so I went and just cleared some hard drive space just to make it, to write a little bit faster, and hopefully that fixed it. I need to do some file transferring pretty soon. I actually have a 3 terabyte external hard drive where I'm going to be archiving most of my videos. And I need to archive some of Season 2 over there because 30 episodes still sitting on my hard drive. And I think about 20 episodes of Season 1 are still sitting on my hard drive. And all the State of Decay videos, all of those older series that I've had are still sitting on my primary hard drive. So I need to start transferring some files over after I'm done rendering the 2 episodes for today. And hopefully we can actually finish these walls this episode. So, a few things that I wanted to talk about. Some weird things that have already happened since I got home. So, today is actually the first snowfall. I'm just going to tell you guys where I live, actually. Not like town or anything, but I do live in Massachusetts. I know it was going to, eventually somebody was going to figure it out, but I do live in Massachusetts. And this is like the first actual, sticking to the ground snowfall that we've had all year so far. Usually this is around the time where we get that one day where it's just a ton of snow, but I think we're about 3 inches in right now, and there's a good chance we're going to get 4 or 5 throughout the night. Where is my pickaxe? Did I break it? Am I stupid? Do I just not see it? Okay, I guess we'll make another one. But yeah, we got our first snowfall today. And we're at about 3 inches right now. We'll probably end at about 4 or 5, maybe 6 inches, and that's when it's going to stop. And it's not a blizzard or anything. And last year we actually had a 2-foot blizzard that was completely out of nowhere. We weren't warned. We were told maybe 12 hours in advance that we're going to have a 2-foot blizzard. If you don't know, with snow, schools can cancel due to the amount of snow because it's not safe driving for buses and for commuting. Technically, I commute to school. I drive my own car to school. I am in high school. I'm a senior in high school, if you didn't know. I drive my own car to school, and it was safe driving because it actually didn't start till 9 a.m., and I go to school around 8-ish. It's not really 8-ish. It's 7:40 is when my first class starts. So I have to be in school by 7:30, I believe, is the time. I'm usually never late, so I don't really know the exact times. So yeah, went to school. Everything went all hunky-dory. Snowing all day. Get out. There's about 1 inch on my front windshield. I mean, it's not too difficult. Just turn on the windshield wipers. Everything's all hunky-dory said and done. And I drive on home. And what I usually do is I light the fire and I get the fire going. Today it would not go because nobody brought in wood last night. Before the snow came, so some of the wood was wet. It wasn't soaked through, but it was a little wet. We have a tarp over it, so it gets cold and it kind of gets damp and the wood kind of gets wet. So that took me 20 or 30 minutes to even get the fire started, and that's why I'm kind of out of breath right now. It's just a lot of pumping. I don't even know the proper term for the tool that I use. It's a little fanner thing. You just squeeze both ends, and there's a little bag in the middle, kind of like a bagpipe kind of thing. And you squeeze both ends, and air comes out the front metal tube and it blows air into the fire. That way you can start it up. I have a wood stove, and that's how we keep the entire house warm because oil is just way too expensive. And I lit the fire this morning when I got home, not this morning. And I let my dogs out. And that's when another weird thing happened. My dog went outside. He dug up an old bone. This is Bubba, the pit bull. He went outside. Actually, the other dog's in here right now sleeping. I didn't even hear him. He just started snoring as soon as I said that. But Bubba, the pit bull, decides to go outside, dig up an old bone, and chew it consistently and not listen to me. He was outside in the cold, 30-degree weather, snow. He's a thin-skinned, hair dog. He's not a furry little animal. He's very thin-skinned because it is a pit bull terrier. And he was sitting there in the snow, chewing on his bone. He would not come inside. Every time I went to go grab his collar or something to bring him in or grab him by the leash, he would just not come in. We let our dogs out without being on leash, because we set up an electric fence around the yard, so if they leave the yard too far, then they get shocked. I know some of you would be like, that's animal cruelty. Well, when you have a pit bull, and the way pit bulls work, and the way in the Northeast pit bulls work, I don't know how they work anywhere else, but if the pit bull does bite someone, there's a 100% chance of it being put down. They're a really misunderstood breed of dogs, and if it bites someone or goes even into the other yard and starts barking, there's a very, very, very good chance of it being put down. So we have the electric collar for him, for his own safety, and for other people's safety, because you never know when they can do something wrong. He is also a puppy, so he does get into some mischievous troubles every so often. But he sat outside and he just kept chewing on his bone. He would not stop, and he was sitting in the freezing cold, and I could see his legs quivering from how cold he was. He would not come inside no matter what. I wasn't threatening to take his bone away. I was telling him, I was like, you can bring your bone inside. Like, eventually, what I had to do is go out there in flip-flops, because that was the thing closest to me. This is like third or fourth try to try and get him inside. I wasn't going to record until I had him inside, because there was no way that was going to happen. So I kept on trying and trying and trying to get him inside, and I just couldn't. Eventually, what I did was I snuck up behind him, but he noticed. I went through like the side yard next to my house, and I went up behind him, and I tried to grab his collar, but he noticed I was there. He backed up a little bit, and then I just slowly inched towards him and eventually grabbed his collar. I just thought that was the weirdest thing. This never happens, and when I don't understand what his what was going through his head, or maybe it was some like predatorial kind of thing. He was just chewing on a bone, like a little dog bone, sitting in the middle of the snow when it's 30 degrees outside. Like, he's very thin-skinned. I was scared that he was going to get sick or hurt or something, and I eventually did get his collar and dragged him inside, and he still had his bone, and he just finished his bone recently. Then he came up to me when I was trying to like make sure that the fire was still going, and he came down and laid on my lap and just let out a sigh. And I guess that was his saying, oh, I'm sorry, I was just eating my bone. So, I don't know, if you guys kind of have had any weird experience with dogs or any animals in general, make sure you tell me. I think somebody said they had 2 bunnies or something in my live stream when I asked about animals before. That's really cool. I never had a bunny. I've only had dogs, really. My dad's allergic to cats. I probably am allergic to cats as well. And we still have plenty of reinforced concrete, don't worry. I'm allergic to cats probably as well. I really haven't like put a cat in my face and like tried to sneeze or anything. But I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to cats as well. Dogs don't seem to bug us as much. I'm a little nasal right now. Just because it's a little cold, and I just was outside in flip-flops trying to get a dog inside for about an hour. But now we're here. We are building our walls, the last of our walls, and I actually noticed that during the night some zombies were actually making the jump to get to this ladder. They would jump from there, and they grab onto that ladder and make it into the hole. So what we're going to need to do is once we put all the ladders onto the side of this, we are going to have to go down there and break those ladders to make sure the zombies have no way of surviving the fall when they do fall. I think fat zombies actually will survive the fall, but there's some weird thing that's going on when I go down in my tunnel. Oh no. Oh, look at how disgusting that is. I just filled my entire inventory with 71 stacks of sticks. Basically, there's a glitch where I'm like going down into my tunnels and the zombies are disappearing when I come back up, so I don't know what's going on there. But it is happening, and I'm not doing anything weird. I don't know, it's not normal, it's weird. Let's scroll around the outside and place the ladders. So I was wondering just if you guys ever had any weird experiences with dogs. If you do have a dog or any animal or anything like that, make sure you do tell me. I like animals. It's probably like, if I wasn't going to try and do this for my life, I'd probably try to become like a veterinarian or, some type of animal person, maybe volunteer some hours in a shelter or something. Here in Massachusetts, actually, there's like there's a quick kill law against pit bulls in Massachusetts, and a lot of places will take the pit bulls and they will kill them after 2 weeks of being in the kennel. Other dogs have like a 3 or 4 month span, or until they get sick because it costs too much to keep them alive in there. But pit bulls just are treated unfairly and are killed. So that's kind of upsetting, but, I mean, let's not be upsetting this episode. Here we go. But yeah, so that's probably what I would do if I wasn't pursuing YouTube. I'd definitely go for some kind of animal person. I probably wouldn't make it my profession because no matter what, YouTube is what I do want to do. And if not, YouTube doesn't go my way, I do want to go to school for like film, editing, graphics, and that kind of stuff. Multimedia, basically. And get a job in that field. Even if the money's not great, I don't care. It's all about having what you like. And I've seen too many people that have got into jobs because of money. They're like, oh, it pays so much better, but it's so boring. I sit in a cubicle and a desk all day. No, you don't go for that kind of job if you have a choice, obviously. If you don't have a choice and you need money, you keep your job. I had a choice early on to work in a grocery store until I was out of college. And, or pursue what this is YouTube. And I was like, I've always been watching, I grew up like watching CNN since Call of Duty 5 days, way back when. That's when I started watching YouTube videos. I tried making YouTube videos back when Modern Warfare 2 was released. I use like Call of Duty as time stones because that's what I used to watch. Is just nothing but Call of Duty on YouTube. But now, obviously, I watch a majority of different things, and Modern Warfare 2 is actually when I started making YouTube videos. I was quite a squeaker back then. My channel was actually called Gaming Fatal. I think it's still on YouTube, and you can look it up. I was quite a squeaker back then, and I would used to get a lot of hate for it. And I always still wanted to pursue this no matter what. And then I had a second channel that was called King JSE, I believe. Oh no, I had 5-star, Mr. 5-star reviews. That never got a video posted to it ever. Gaming Fatal got about 15 videos posted to it or something. They were like Call of Duty montages and commentaries with my squeaking voice, and people didn't really enjoy my content, so I gave up. I was like, I can't do this anymore. My life is not going to go anywhere with this. I give up. I can't pursue this any longer. And since then, obviously, I've decided that I am going to pursue it, and it's paid off well enough to the point where I'm not going to stop. You guys can't force me to stop. Nobody can. I've had several chats with people about what I do, and they have problems with even fathoming what I do. Where did all my tools go? Where is my axe? Where is my pickaxe? Pickaxe is right there. We're just going to shotgun it. This thing's having a problem. Why is this thing having a problem? Is it this glitched that I can't? So apparently you make fires out of that stuff. The actual, like, wood, like the trunks. So that's what we're going to be going for. Alright, so let's cover this up, because we don't want that to be a problem with zombies. So this is why I need this tree knocked down, but it won't go down. We're almost done with these outer walls. We just need to finish up the ladders, and I don't know if we're going to finish up ladders this episode. We might have to work on the ladders next episode, but it'll only take a few minutes. It won't be the entire episode. And then I think I've decided that we're going to go over to Spillway Lake, because a majority of you guys did vote for Spillway Lake. A few of you are like, just go to the hill. It's going to be new and fresh, and I'd like to see what you do with that. But I feel very nostalgic about building Spillway Lake again and making some cool little contraptions and making it look awesome, and we'll definitely build some awesome things. We're not going to do a trench or anything. We're definitely just going to do basic walls and basic spikes around the outside. Maybe some zombie traps, and we'll see how that works out. We need to go get some more trees. I don't know where my axe is. Let's just make another one. I don't know where all my tools went. So let's go chop down like 2 or 3 more trees, and that should give us enough wood to make the rest of the ladders. We actually only have a wall and a half left. But yeah, if anybody's a dog or animal fanatic, make sure you do tell me, because I would assume myself to be I don't know if fanatic is the right word, but I do like animals as I'm killing dogs, right? As I'm killing dogs. But yeah, I do like animals. I love animals, and that would probably be my second choice at a profession besides videos and YouTube and editing and just the whole grind of videos and stuff. Another dream of mine, we're just talking about dreams and dogs and life and Massachusetts and how it's snowy outside right now. Again, make sure you guys follow me on my Facebook. I just posted a picture of Bubba last night on my Facebook page. If you're looking for a picture of him or what he looks like, he is like the most precious dog in the world. Obviously, I like my other dog just as much. I don't pick favorites, but Shelby is just as cute. So let's get all this stuff. There's a bunch of deer over there. But yeah, if you want to get a picture of what he looks like, make sure you go down to the description, click on the Facebook link, and I think it's the most recent picture at the time this video is posted. I don't know if it's anymore, but at the time you're watching it, but as of right now, it is a picture in there. And he is very precious, and I haven't checked any comments on it or anything. Hopefully some people were just like, oh, he's so cute, because he is. He is a pit bull terrier, which he's a full pit bull, but it's called the pit bull terrier because he's like a longer, stalked-legged kind of one, not like the really big, meaty guys that you see all around blue-nosed pit bulls. He's technically a pink-nosed pit bull. And, yeah, he's precious. We actually adopted him. My dad is like kind of a car person. He actually doesn't like build cars for a living or anything, but he's a hobbyist for cars, and he actually has a 64 GT350 Shelby. I believe it's a 64, maybe a 65. It's green. It's like 1 in 10, and there's only like 3 left in existence. And he's a car hobbyist, and he usually like buys and sells cars for like a quick dollar. That's not his profession or anything. He just, when he sees a good car that's cheap and he can easily turn it into a couple extra bucks, kind of like profiting. Entrepreneurship, technically. Like I said, that's not his profession. That's just a hobby of his. And he bought a Buick from this lady who was moving in with her parents. And she said she's moving in with her parents, and my dad was like, what are you gonna do with the dog? She had Bubba. His name was Big Boy at first, which was just a lame name, so I changed it to Bubba. And then my brother claims that he was the one that thought of it, but whatever. Besides the fact, we named him Bubba. The way that we got him is the lady was like, I'm probably just gonna bring him to the shelter because the apartment that I'm moving in with my mom has a strict no dog, no animal kind of rule, and I'm going to bring him to a shelter. And this is in Rhode Island, the state right below Massachusetts, and they actually have like a 2-day kill on pit bulls. 2 days. They would kill it in 2 days if nobody claimed it or nobody wanted him. So my dad was like, you know what, we're going to take him, we'll find a home for him, and if we don't, he'll stay with us. My brother fell in love with him, and we've had him ever since, and that's how we got him. So technically he was an adopted dog, a rescue dog, and we got him when he was about 6 months old, I want to say, and now he's about a year old. So this is his first Christmas with us, and hopefully we can get him some presents and some chew toys and some cool stuff that he might like. We're going to have to do the rest of this next episode, but hopefully you guys enjoyed my, I'm not going to say rant, I guess just talking about what happened today and stuff, and I know we were just talking, but hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode, and I'll see you guys later.